What is happening, out of the park baseball fans? Hello, Friday afternoon of a holiday weekend. I am so happy because we are playing baseball this Memorial Day weekend with our good friend Kevin Kennedy. Kevin, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to it. Been a while. I'm
Yes,
looking forward to tonight. Yeah.
it's been a while. We're going to have some fun. So here's the situation, right? For everybody that is, just sort of level set. And as we get into the stream, we'll make sure that we make sure everybody's caught up. Yeah, Magus, I would love to be wearing a Rangers hat. I don't have one, however. So in absence of a Rangers hat, I'm sporting my Mets hat. So here's the situation. When we last met, Mr. Kennedy's Rangers won the wild card game. The scenario is we are playing the 1993 season as if the playoffs had been the 2019 version of the playoffs. Kevin had the wild card home game, having the top non-division winning record in the American League that year, beat the Orioles. And here we are facing the Blue Jays. Now, the first time we went through a similar scenario, Kevin, we played
hmm
the Blue Jays, and there was a couple of things working against you. Number one, you had never played out of the park baseball 21 before, right? So just right off
No.
the bat, there's some unfamiliarity there. Also, you didn't have the roster exactly the way that you wanted it, and you don't get it exactly the way you want it this time either. But I think we're getting closer to what you would have wanted, so that was tough. And also, we didn't start doing something that's proven to be pretty important, which is going pitch by pitch when you have runners on base until
Yeah.
the wild card game. So the first go around with the Blue Jays wasn't so great when we went in the 1994 and beyond um, uh, postseason. So you got another crack at him. How are you feeling heading into meeting the very tough and the defending champion 1993 Blue Jays this time around?
Well, I feel better because Bob Patterson, my lefty setup guy, was huge in the Baltimore game, and I wasn't able to have him on the roster the first time around against the Blue Jays. And he's a real key guy. He was a real key guy for us in '93. So that's a big piece. Um, and I know a little bit more what I'm doing now.
Right.
And I like the pitch by pitch for me with men on base because a big part of my managing style was to put guys in motion on 2-2 counts. The run and hit play was big for me. I was a running manager, even though I had a power team. So the pitch by pitch, the count to me was everything. I mean, I go back to the minor leagues managing 8 years, and that was everything then. And I took that to the big leagues. And even though I had a power team, I found that by the threat of everybody running, depending on the situation and the count, it got my power hitters more fastballs to hit, put more pressure on the defense. So that's why that's important to me this time around. So I feel better. And as I told you before, Rich, we played Toronto that year pretty well. In fact, we went into Toronto before the All-Star break with 4 games to go, 4 games in Toronto, and we had a lot of injuries. And we played guys like John Shave and Mario Diaz played short that series, and we ended up sweeping them in 4 games. So we had a confident team, and we felt like with our offense we could match up with anybody. Although in that first series that we played, a couple of my key guys didn't do anything. Rafi Palmeiro has to hit this series for us to win. He was huge for us in '93, and he didn't hit in that first series against the Blue Jays. They shut him down pretty good.
So this will be fun. So for let's spend a couple minutes here. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Put on your analyst hat as well as your you're about to manage it hat.
definitely.
The 1993 Texas Rangers would have been significant underdogs to the 1993 Blue Jays, right? The
Mm-hmm.
Blue Jays were the defending champions, and they
For sure.
were fantastic, right?
Yeah.
So
They had no holes. They were unbelievable.
so how can the Rangers beat the Blue Jays, if you were to sort of try to script it out, for lack of a better term, what is the formula for the Rangers for your team, right? If we you wind up winning this series, what are the things that have to happen?
Well, I had 3 really good frontline starters in Brown, who pitched already against Baltimore. So Kenny Rogers is pitching tonight. and Roger Public. Those three guys all had good years, and those guys have to go deep into the game. If they don't go deep into the game, the weak part of our team that year was our middle relief to get the ball to the eighth and ninth inning. So I had to use Tom Hankey 18 times for a 4-out save that year, and he got 17 of them. He only blew one in the eighth inning. We didn't have a real veteran, eighth inning setup guy. So Bob Patterson was the closest to it, although he was a lefty, so he was more of a situational guy, but he also did get righties out. But that was the one piece we really missed in 93. So that's the one thing I would be concerned about. If my starters don't go deep, that means we're in trouble.
Okay.
And then the offense, the big guys have to hit. Palmeiro, Juan Gonzalez, Canseco, Franco, those guys have to hit because they did in 93 and they hit anybody. So if they don't hit, I mean, you're in trouble. I think Rafi had one hit in that last series against them.
Right.
And that's not going to get it done. So it's the pitching more than anything, though. That we really got to pitch well.
All right, so let's take a quick look at what happened in that wild card game. So let me see here. Oh, real quick before we do that, I want to make sure that everybody knows Out of the Park Baseball 21 is on sale right now for 25% off. That is right, 25% off right now. It is the Dream Bracket 2 sale, and we're very excited. A lot of people have been having a lot of fun watching the Dream Bracket 2 Dream Seasons. It was shown yesterday and today on MLB Network's Twitch channel. That's been awesome, and it kicks off, or does kick off, but it picks up again on Tuesday with the round of 32. So to celebrate Out of the Park Baseball 21, 25% off. You can get that directly from us at OOTPdevelopments.com or right from Steam. And of course, all of our friends in here, they've already got it. Everyone who's watching it live, we understand that. So tell your friends, right? Tell some folks who would love this game but might not already be in our amazing community. Let them know. And it is the best community in video games, no doubt. All right, so let's do this. Let's take a quick look, Kevin, at what happened last game. You won the game. You defeated the Orioles. Kevin Brown got the victory. The final score was 4-2. It took everything you had. The big blow. The big blow was what was it? It was
David Hulse had a triple.
That's right. Hulse had a triple with 2 on and 2 outs in the second inning. Yep. And so that was really what did it. And of course, Kevin Brown only 6 innings, but he threw 96 pitches. He walked 4 and he gave up 8. So, he had to give everything he had. And then your bullpen was good. I guess you can't say great because Henke did get the save, but he also gave up the run. But Pavlik was
gave up a home run to Devereaux, I remember.
Yeah, Pavlik was good and Patterson was good. And Patterson is the guy that you needed on the team, which you didn't have last time against the Blue Jays, which you'll have on this team. So 4-2, right? It was a close game, a wild card game, and it wasn't over till it was over, but you got the win. Yeah,
it's always I've always said for 30 years, the final 9 outs are the toughest to get, and that's still true today. You might say in today's baseball that it's the final 12 outs because a lot of starters don't go the third time around the lineup. But with my club that year, the final 9 outs were huge, and you saw there that we got the final 9 outs, and I had to use one of my starters in Pavlik in a do-or-die game to put a 0 up there to get the ball to Henke. So that was big also.
That's right. So that sets it up this way. So let me go ahead and finish today. And now we're going to get to where we are today. So here's how the series sort of lines up at the moment. But we're going to set up the rosters because Kevin might have a couple of roster moves to go from reserve to active. Mm-hmm. But we're set up to have Kenny Rogers open the series for you because, again, it's we're sort of playing it as it would have happened against Juan Guzman. And then you would potentially have Charlie Leibrandt lined up against Todd Stottlemyre, but you'll be able to change that around however you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like the way that it's lined up for Toronto right now, although we can also perhaps change that, it's going Guzman, Stottlemyre, Henkin, Morris, Leiter. Although you got to believe that Guzman would pitch in Game 4 or Game 5. So,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So we're going to take a quick look at the rosters. and we're going to take a look at the lineups here. Now, we want to sort of we want to make sure that we like the Blue Jays lineup as well. We want to make sure that we sort of agree with that. So we're going to do that. But first, we're going to take a look at your Rangers, Kevin, and get your roster set up exactly how you want it. So, oops, that's the Blue Jays. Here we go. So, we were doing a little bit of work before we got started, but let's finish it here. We were talking about you did make actually a roster change from the wild card game to this game, and that is you took Brian Bohannon off the active roster and replaced him with Darren Oliver.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have Bob Patterson. So your starting pitchers on the team are Kevin Brown, Charlie Leibrandt, Roger Pavlik, Kenny Rogers, and Nolan Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Your relievers right now are Jeff Bronke, Todd Burns, Darren Oliver, Bob Patterson, and Mike Schooler, and then your closer is Tom Henke. So is that the lineup you're going to roll with, or you got to perhaps swap someone in?
So I have 11 pitchers overall.
You have, yes, you have 11 pitchers overall.
Okay, give me the bullpen again.
Your bullpen is Bronke, Burns, Oliver, Patterson, Schooler, and Henke.
And that's a tough one. In a best-of-5 series, I anticipate using my back two starters like Nolan Ryan and probably in some spots in relief. So I'd like to have another bat on there against their pitching if he's eligible. Now, if he's not eligible, I'll just leave it as it is. Is Chris James eligible? Because we didn't get him till later in the season.
Right. No, these are starting season rosters because it had more of the guys that you wanted than the ending season rosters.
So he's not available, right?
Correct. He's not available.
Okay. And how about Dan Peltier?
No, he is not on the. Oh yes, no. Peltier, is available.
Peltier is available. So I might put Peltier on there. He did a really good job. Peltier on there for and go with 10 pitchers.
Okay.
And put him on there for Todd Burns.
Okay, so Todd Burns is coming off. And Dan Peltier is coming on. All right.
Yeah, Peltier, for a rookie, did a nice job. He hit, 269. He had over 350 on base percentage. He played right field. Not a great defender, but that gives us another left-handed bat against that right-handed rotation. I even started him against Toronto in the regular season. Of course, we had some injuries, so yeah, we'll make that move and see what happens.
All right, very good. And so your lineups, by default, your lineup. Do you want to preset them here so they're set up for you when we get into?
Yeah, it's the same as we had against Boulder. I had Franco, Palmeiro, Canseco, Gonzalez.
So Franco, Palmeiro, and this is versus righties. Canseco, right? Then what do you got?
Juan Gonzalez in left field, Palmer at third.
Right.
Doug Strange at second.
Yep.
Pudge Rodriguez catching, of course, and David Hulse in center in the 8th spot.
Yep.
And Manny Lee at short in the 9th spot.
That's right. That is right.
So, and ironically, the 8 and 9 hitters are the guys that drove in 3 runs against Baltimore, I think.
That's right. That's right.
So.
And so Rogers is next up because Kevin Brown is not able to pitch, having just pitched a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a quick look now at the Blue Jays lineup. Now you're throwing Rogers, and Rogers is a lefty.
Right.
So what does their lineup look like against?
Well, Cito didn't change the lineup too much. He put the same 9 guys out there in the same order pretty much most of the time in his years. That's one thing about him. He was not a mix and match manager. He just put the guys that he trusted in that spot. He didn't care if it was lefty or righty most of the time. I'll tell you that. He didn't pinch hit much either. Of course, he had such a great lineup that he didn't need to. Those guys are so good. Few Hall of Famers in that lineup too, by the way.
So against Rogers, do you agree with the lineup? And I'm gonna try to compare it against some historical lineups here as well, real quick. So you got Alomar, what
Mm-hmm.
Devin White,
Mm-hmm.
John Olerud,
Conway.
Paul Molitor, Joe Carter, Ed Sprague, Turner Ward, Pat Borders, and Dick Schofield in that order. Do you agree with
Well,
that?
I think the first Olerud was hitting 400 most of the year, so he had lefties and righties, so it didn't matter. So the first 4 or 5 looked right. Even the first 6. I don't know that Turner Ward in a playoff game would have started, even though it was a lefty. But I don't remember who their options are in left field other than Turner and Carter. Well, Carter's playing right.
Well, Ricky Henderson. Where's Ricky Henderson?
Ricky, yeah, Ricky didn't have a great year, so that yeah, he might have done that sometimes. Turner Ward.
Why isn't was he traded? Was he traded for during that year? Why isn't
I
he?
think I think he was. I think he was because he didn't have a full year if you look at his at bats and everything.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was injuries.
Okay, so we don't get Ricky. That's interesting because of the same roster restrictions that you're under. So that's very interesting.
But Pat Borders definitely he caught every game, and Schofield is in there for Tony Fernandez. So yeah, I mean I could see him doing that sometimes. Cito.
Yeah. Okay. All
So
right. Wamco. I'm looking at some of the chat here. So there are some suggestions here. I'm not sure what Wamco means though, but he's got White Alomar third, Molitor fourth, Carter fifth, Olerud sixth. Or do you mean Ward? Probably leading
yeah,
off.
I don't. I remember Olerud hitting third against everybody. I mean the guy was hitting 400 going into August that year.
Right.
That's how good he was.
Right.
He went from line to line. So I don't think he would have had even against a lefty. He would have had him 6, but
Okay.
maybe. I mean, I have to look back at the lineups and see for sure.
All
But
right. And
uh, if he's hitting 6, I'm okay with that.
and I'm pretty
So
sure they're going with the three-man rotation of Guzman, Stottlemyre, and Henkin.
yeah, we are too. That's why I took off the other pitcher for me. I'm going to use Nolan Ryan and Liebrand and Pavlik, depending on who I need.
So you're going Rogers, Pavlik, Brown as your three-man rotation,
Well,
basically.
right now it would be Rogers, Pavlik, Brown.
Right.
Right.
Right. Okay. And all that will do is sort of set up the default Wamco.
But I may use Pavlik today. If I do, then it's Liebrand in his spot. So this first game to me is really important to get a split in Toronto, which we didn't do in that first series that we played. So I'll tell you, I'm going for it in this game.
Okay, we're going for it. White Alomar, Molitor, Carter, Olerud, top 5 hitters in that order for like 3 years. So let's do that. Let's go the first game with because I see a bunch of box scores with this very similar. So we'll go Devin White, Robbie Alomar, Paul Molitor, Joe Carter, Olerud, and we'll go Sprague, Ward, Borders. Right. Okay. I think everybody can be good with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Hey, that lineup, you could draw them out of a hat. That's how good they were.
Yeah. All right. So are you ready to play some baseball, Kevin?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. Let's play some baseball. Kenny Rogers versus Juan Guzman. Now, let's get everything set up. Let's make sure we're doing this the way we want to. We're going us and we're going computer. All right, there we go.
I'll just make a statement that people may not know is that Ramon Martinez and Juan Guzman and John Wetland were 3 of the huge prospects for the Dodgers in the 80s that all pitched for me. And Juan was one that they let get away, which is hard for me to believe. Because I remember Fred Clare asking one time, who would you trade? Because he was making some deals. And I said, none of them. I said, don't trade any of them. And when I went to Montreal, I was involved in getting Wetland away from him, and he was the closer of the '90s. He saved, I think, 40 for Montreal in '92. And then Ramon Martinez ended up making it with the Dodgers and had a couple of 20-game seasons, I think. And then, of course, Guzman was fabulous for Toronto. So all three guys, those guys, pitched for me. So I knew Guzman well. Had a great fastball, really good guy, and he had a hard breaking ball.
That's awesome. And it's very interesting to go against these, digital versions of these people that you know, and you saw and you played against, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I know what we're up against, especially guys I had, for sure.
All right, so the lineups are set. We are all set. It's Franco, Palmeiro, Canseco, Gonzalez, Palmer, Strange, Rodriguez, Holst, Lee against White, Alomar, Molitor, Carter, Olerud, Sprague, Ward, Borders, Schofield, Juan Guzman versus Kenny Rogers. Here we go. Here we go. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Can I stand up? I used to stand up when I managed, so should I stand?
Whatever works for you, sir.
No, I won't do it. I'm okay.
All right, it's game one. Game one of the American League Division Series. Julio Franco is up. He's swinging away, right, Skip?
Oh, yeah. All
right. The roof is closed because of the cold weather outside. Guzman on the mound, 14 wins, 3 losses, 3.99 ERA. Here's Julio Franco, a little dribbler in front of the catcher, 1 away. Rafael Palmeiro at the plate.
We need a couple long ones out of him this series.
He's swinging away. That's a 2-2 pitch. And that has popped out to center field, so that's going to be 2 outs to start. Here's Jose Canseco. Canseco is swinging on the first pitch, or he's not swinging on the first pitch. He gets hit on the first pitch, and he is at first base.
Guzman, did he drop down right there? Looks like he dropped down.
All right, so we're switching to pitch by pitch now. Canseco,
yeah,
who's got speed, speed. Gonzalez at the plate here. You doing anything other than swinging away?
No, letting the big guy try to hit one out.
All right, that's a foul ball for strike 1. 0-1 pitch, foul ball, strike 2. 0-2 count. And that is a 3-pitch strikeout.
Wow.
So Gonzalez is out, and it's the bottom of the first. Kenny Rogers, boy, do you need a big start from Kenny Rogers or what? That feels like a bit of an understatement.
Yeah, we need a huge start. During that season, he actually threw a complete game shutout in Toronto against them, so maybe the karma will be there for him. But yeah, we need a big start out of him for sure.
Devin
White got to give us 6.
Devin White leads off. 1-1 count. Kenny Rogers had a good year for you that year.
Yes, he did.
Devin White flies out to center field. That's good. 1 out.
We made him a starter. He was a reliever until then, and when I took over, we were on a caravan, myself and Rafi Palmeiro and Kenny Rogers. Rafi was great friends with Kenny, and Kenny called me on that caravan we were on. We stayed, I can't remember where we were, what town, but we had dinner and talked about it. He wanted to start, gave him the opportunity to. The rest was history. Ended up winning 200 games in his career.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Here's Robbie Alomar with the outfield shifted to the left. 1-2 count to Robbie. And that is hit over the shortstop's head for a base hit. And that is a 1-out single. And Alomar is on base with Molitor at the plate. Alomar can move.
Yeah, he had especially when he gets to second, he likes to steal third base. Kenny Rogers had a good move, very good athlete, very good fielding pitcher. But we'll throw over there one time. See if he's going to try to sneak first pitch.
All right. Throw over to first. All right.
Okay, that was the poor move. Now we're going to give him the good move. Go back over there. Try to pick him off.
All right. Does not work.
Okay, let's go to home plate.
All right. You're going to be holding Alomar?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 1-0 to Molitor, and he hits it well. That will be caught, however, deep in the left field corner for the second out. And here's Joe Carter.
Yeah, I thought he got it.
I did too for a second. Here's
Yeah,
Carter.
I thought he got it. We're going to pitch to Carter. I'm not going to throw over right here.
You going to hold?
Yeah, hold him on.
Okay. 0-1 to Carter. And he gets a hold of one, but that also will be caught. Not as far as the previous one. And that is a good inning for Kenny Rogers.
Same spot. Inning. Wow. Might have thrown his changeup there. Got in front of his changeup because Kenny had a great changeup, great curve, and a 95 fastball. He had 3 great pitches.
Javin in the chat asks, did you use shifts back then?
No. We moved the guy. Perry Hill was my infield coach, and even in Florida for many years, Perry didn't believe in shifts, but he did believe in moving to certain spots. So he had a modified shift, and I let Perry run the infield defense. So we would do a modified, more so than a lot of American League teams, but not the dramatic shift that we see today. Unless it was a, left-handed pull hitter, that's the only thing he did.
Right.
Pull.
All right, so here is Palmer, Strange, and Rodriguez coming up. Palmer leading off the second inning, and he's swinging on a 3-0 count. Would he normally have the green light?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
He flies out to deep center field, 1 out.
My belief was it might be the best fastball you get on a 3-0 count. So I let a lot of my power hitters, I trusted certain guys. I let them swing.
Cool. Here is Doug Strange. He works to a full count, payoff pitch, and he walks.
Okay.
So we switched to pitch by pitch with Doug Strange, who does not speedy, but is smart on the base paths.
Yeah, he was a situational runner. I would move him on the count. I mean, maybe a run and hit play, something like that. But I'm not doing anything right here.
All right, so Rodriguez is up. We're going pitch by pitch. That's strike 1. Ball
Looking
1.
For Pudge. Looking for Pudge to go to right center right here.
All right, so 1-1 count. 2-1 count. And you're not moving anybody, right? Not sending anyone?
I'm gonna put Strange in motion here. Run and hit play. Not a hit and run. Okay. Run and hit.
Run and hit on the 2-1 count. He's moving, and he's thrown out at second. It was a ball.
Okay.
2 outs now.
That's the way I played. I managed that way.
Yeah. Sometimes, and I'm sure sometimes that happened, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
3-1 count to Rodriguez, and he walks. So he's on first now.
Okay.
2 outs. Hulse at the plate. And Ivan Rodriguez probably one of the fastest catchers ever.
Really. Yeah, he could run. I'm gonna let Hulse have a couple of pitches here because he can hit the gap, hit a triple. Led the league in triples.
Oh, Hulse hits a gap. That's exactly what he does. He calls it. The question is, will Rodriguez be waved home? He is not. David Hulse with a 2-out double. And now you've got second and third with 2 outs and Lee at the plate.
And Manny was a better right-handed hitter.
So he is hitting from the left side.
Or left, yeah, I'm sorry. Got a switch hitter. What am I talking? Yeah, he's a better right-handed hitter. That's right. Okay. He hit against the lefty in Baltimore, so he's a better right-handed hitter. This is not his best side. Yeah.
All right. So we're going pitch by pitch here. The first pitch to Lee is outside, ball 1. Second pitch is a called strike. Next pitch is a swinging strike. It's 1-2 to Lee. And he strikes out. So a good opportunity to score goes for naught.
Yeah. It's all right. We were aggressive. That's how we played.
Right. That's right. Yep. Sometimes it works out well for you, and sometimes it doesn't. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
here we are, bottom of the second. Kenny Rogers had a very effective first inning. He's pitching to John Olerud, lefty on lefty. Olerud hit 363, 24, and 107 in 1993. He hits it well, and that is again chasing the left fielder deep into the left field corner. But again, the play is made. Gonzalez is
Well,
getting his steps in out there today.
he sure is. Keep him over there.
Here's Ed Sprague. The outfielder shifted to the left for the right-hander.
Yeah, he had pull power.
1-2 to Sprague. And Rogers sets him down swinging. 2 away. 2 away for Turner Ward. 1-2 from Rogers. And that is a grounder, slow grounder right to the pitcher. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Kenny Rogers. He's giving you everything you could have wanted through the first couple of innings, Kevin.
Yeah, that was a good inning. He's a great fielder. He just picked that clean right there.
All right, so we're back to the top of the order for the Rangers. Here's Julio Franco, 1-1 count. And that is hit pretty well to center, but it looks like that will be tracked down, and it is. Deep in center field, 1 away. 1 away for Palmeiro. For the season, 295, 37, and 105. Pretty good.
Yeah, his free agent year.
Full count, and that is grounded past the pitcher, slow roller to short, and it looks like he will get in with an infield single. So we switch to the pitch by pitch with Palmeiro, who again, not great speed, but not bad speed, and a very smart base runner at first with 1 out.
Yeah, he was a smart base runner. He stole 20 bases, and mostly he picked his spots. I put him on his own because he was so good at doing that. But he wasn't a burner though.
Here's Jose Canseco. So we've gone pitch to pitch. Here's the first pitch, strike 1. The next pitch is a called strike 2. So quickly 0-2 to Canseco. All right, there's the ball, 1-2. Canseco strikes out swinging. 2 outs now. Palmeiro at first. Juan Gonzalez at the plate. Going pitch by pitch. Throw over to first. So they're thinking about Palmeiro as well. First pitch is a strike.
I wouldn't do anything early in the count with Juan.
Okay, it's 1-1 to Gonzalez now. 2-1 to Gonzalez. Things are getting interesting, Kevin.
Get a cookie to hit.
Oh, sharp grounder to short, over to second for the 3rd out. So, through 2.5, it's still 0-0. Here is Kenny Rogers facing Borders, Schofield, and then the top of the order in Devin White.
All right.
2-2 count. And that is a pop fly. The shortstop catches it. 1 away. Here's Schofield. Schofield, a light-hitting shortstop, hit 191 that season. So naturally, he'll probably pop a home run here. 2-2 count to him. He strikes out.
You're probably right. That's usually what happens.
All right. And here's Devin White. 0-2 to White. And that is laced into right field. That is going to get all the way to the wall. The speedy White will easily get into second. And he has a 2-out double. And Robbie Alomar at the plate. So this is the first tough spot now, I think, for Kenny Rogers. Man on second.
Who's on deck?
Molitor's on deck. Alomar's at the plate.
Oh, yeah. Pick your poison. Yeah, you got to pitch to Robbie.
All right, so here we go. Pitching to
It is
Alomar.
what it is.
What's that?
It is what it is.
1-2 count to Alomar. Oh, and he strikes him out. Kenny Rogers dealing through the first 3 innings, Kevin. You cannot ask for a better start. My goodness.
No. Like
now
which Hall of Famer do you want to pitch to, Alomar or Molitor?
Right. All right. Well, you got a couple of Hall of Fame caliber players on your squad here too. So let's see if they can start hitting.
Sure do. Yep.
All right, Dean Palmer is swinging at the first pitch from Guzman, and he grounds it down to third base, and that is one away. Here is Strange. 2-1 count to him. That's a hitter's count. He grounds it to second, though, and there's quickly 2 away here.
Rodriguez, how many pitches does Guzman have?
He is at 55 pitches.
Okay.
0-1 count to Pudge. And that is popped behind the right side of the infield and the third out. 1-2-3 for the Rangers. Not what you wanted there.
That was his easiest inning right there.
Yeah. So here's Kenny Rogers. He's thrown 39 innings through 3 innings. 39 pitches, through 3 innings.
All right.
1-2 to him, and that's a ground ball to the pitcher. And he is not able to get there.
Nice play to get to it. Couldn't get him.
All right, so Molitor is at first now. Nobody out. Joe Carter at the plate. You going double play depth here or anything?
I'm gonna hold him on, and I'm gonna play him. Carter pulled it. I mean, Carter was one of those guys that had that pull power. So I'm gonna play the infield back. Try to take a base hit away. Taking out.
Infield.
Just their normal depth, in other words.
Normal depth, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 1-0 count to Carter, and that is grounded right to second, over to short for 1, and there to first for 2. Double play. Yeah. That's what you want.
Perfect.
That's what you want. Wow. Big spot. Here's Olerud.
If he'd have been playing in more, it might have got by him.
Olerud gets a 2-1 count, and that is going to be a base hit to center. So even more important, getting that critical double play.
Nothing new there. Hitting the ball at left center or center field for Olerud.
All right, so here Olerud does not run well at all. You holding him, or are you just playing?
I'm going to play right behind him for Pudge. I like to do this with certain runners.
And that is Sprague, and oh man, Sprague gets it all the way to the wall. The question is the run going to try to score? The run is coming around and will score.
Yeah.
So man, that is not what we saw coming. Ed Sprague gets a double. Doubles in Olerud. My goodness.
2-out rally there.
Yep.
Wow.
Unfortunate situation. So here's Ward. And Ward with a 1-2 count, he grounds it over to second and over to first for the third. So you know what? All things considered, that could have been a lot worse for you, Kevin.
It could have been real ugly, yeah.
And you got to score at least 1 anyway. So, you know.
That's the way I look at it. Yep.
All right, so you got Hulse, Lee, and Franco. You got to start converting some opportunities on offense here, I think.
Got to bunch some hits here.
Yeah. All right, so it's an 0-2 count to Hulse. Tough way to start, and he rips it down the right field line, but picked up by the first baseman for the first out. Here's Lee. Manny Lee did have a big RBI in the wild card game, and he lost a base hit in left field, so Manny Lee is on first with 1 out.
All right,
and that was on a 0-1 fastball, by the way. You said he loves those first pitch fastballs.
Yeah, early in the count fastballs. Franco goes the other way well, so maybe we can get a hole here. First and third.
We're going pitch by pitch.
Yeah.
Ball 1. 1-1. Third pitch, and Franco grounds it right to the second baseman, over to short for 1, into the first for 2. An inning-ending double play. The Rangers' offensive struggles continue.
Yeah, the big guys. Shutting the big guys down.
Ugh.
Franco, Palmeiro, Gonzalez.
All right, well, you got to hope Rogers can put up another 0 against the bottom of the Blue Jays order. Here's Pat Borders with an 0-1 pitch, and he grounds it to first. That'll be picked up for the first out. Here's the light-hitting Schofield. He works a full count, and that is a strikeout. So the first 2 are out. Here is the lightning-fast Devin White. 1-0 to White. And he laces it right to the shortstop. So that's a big 1-2-3 inning for Kenny Rogers. It's only 1-0. I mean, my goodness,
Huge.
Kenny Rogers has been great.
Yep.
You got Palmeiro, Canseco, Gonzalez. You think it's about time one of these guys does something?
Yeah, I mean, this is your inning for a crooked number here. You got the heart of your order coming up, and Rafi, like I said, he only had one hit against Toronto last series. He's got to jump one right here.
Looks like Palmeiro will get another infield single. He's at first, so it's a leadoff infield single. We're going pitch by pitch now. It's the top of the 6th inning. Nobody out. Palmeiro on first. Guzman at 68 pitches. Canseco at the plate. Kevin, things are happening.
Well, we'll see. Keep it off the ground. Keep it in the air.
Canseco takes ball 1. Canseco gets ball 2. All right, now things are really happening. What's going on now? You moving Palmeiro at all yet?
No. Don't want to run out of an inning here with the one on deck.
All right, he swings for strike 1. It's 2-1. Oh, foul ball, 2-2. Oh, strikeout. Strike 3. All right, 1 out. Runner does not advance. Juan Gonzalez at the plate.
He's due for a long one.
Throw over to first. First pitch is a strike, swinging strike. Second pitch is a ball, 1-1. That is hit well. That is hit deep. That is a home run. There it is. Juan Gonzalez, a 399-foot home run. Kevin Kennedy, it finally happened. Your big guys delivered.
Yeah, he was due for a long one. That's why you don't run in the middle of the order there, run out of an inning there. If I would have ran Palmeiro, strike him out, throw him out, could have really hurt us. So
wow, you did it. Like
that's
you
the
said.
philosophy.
You had every opportunity. It was a 2-1 count. I'm like, he runs on 2-1. I couldn't believe you didn't tell me not to do it.
No situations with the big guys up.
Good stuff, Kevin. Good stuff. So now things really get interesting, Kevin. All of a sudden it's flipped. Now you got to start thinking about how you can lock down these Blue Jays.
Yeah, for sure. There's no doubt about it.
Wow, big spot. So here's Dean Palmer. He works to a full count, and he's on first. So we're right back where we are. Right back where we were, going pitch by pitch. A man on first. This case, Dean Palmer. Doug Strange at the plate.
Hold on a second, Rich. Let me see. Who's up for Toronto next inning?
Alomar, Molitor, Carter.
Okay, so I would get, and then Olerud's. I would get Patterson tossing easy. I'd probably have 2 guys up when Kenny Rogers goes out. I'd have them ready.
Okay.
Probably
so let's wait till there's 2 outs, and then we'll get them up.
Okay.
We just got to remember to do that with 2 outs.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. Palmer at first. Strange at the plate. We're going pitch by pitch. And it's 1-0.
Okay. No action here.
Palmer is swinging. And that is hit well, but that will be caught in right field for the 2nd out. So now 2 outs and a man on first. Pudge Rodriguez at the plate.
Well, see if Pudge can find a gap. Strange is a pretty good runner. Not a speedster, but he cuts the bags well.
Throw to first. That's Palmer at first.
Oh, Palmer. My bad. Yeah.
Yep. And there's a pitch, and that is going to be a lazy fly ball to center field. So,
okay.
There you go, Kevin. Now everything changes all of a sudden. So now we got to get, and of course we said we'll do it with 2 outs, and then we didn't. My bad. So we got to get Patterson warming up here, right?
So I think what I'm going to do, because I want to get this first game, I'm going to have Pavlik up as well.
All right. So you got Patterson and Pavlik.
Patterson and Pavlik.
All right. They're now both tossing in the pen. Kenny Rogers. You said you wanted 6 out of him. This is his chance to get 6. He's got to face Alomar, Molitor, Carter. This is tough.
Yep.
All right, so pitching, it's a full count to Alomar. And he rips a base hit. So Alomar has a leadoff single.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to visit the mound here?
I do. Yep.
All right, you visit the mound. He says he's good. Patterson and Pavlik are both ready.
Okay. How much? How many pitches does Kenny have?
Kenny has thrown 78 pitches, so he's
Okay.
good, right?
Okay. Yep.
Like stamina wise, he's fine. Whether or not you keep him in or not, who knows, right? But
Right.
stamina wise, he's fine. All right, so you got infield normal, outfield normal here, right? You good?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Are you holding Alomar on?
Oh yeah.
All right. 1-0 pitch, and that is ripped. That's a base hit. So Kenny Rogers now has given up 2 well-hit singles, at least, and first and second and nobody out. Joe
All
Carter
right.
at the plate.
Yeah. I gotta have Pavlik coming in for Carter.
All right.
See, that's the thing, getting through that sixth. Joe Torre used to say it's the toughest inning to manage, the sixth, and that's what proved to be true today.
So now Roger Pavlik in the game. So this is a clear signal as the television camera focuses in on you tightly, Kevin. You're saying, I need this game. You're saying,
Yeah.
I need this game.
That's what I said before the game. I got to go all out.
So now you're going to have somebody else starting game 2. That's not Roger
Right.
Pavlik.
Right.
All right, so you got to hope this works. So here's Joe Carter at the plate. First and second, nobody out. Everything normal. Infield normal and outfield normal. Is that what you want?
Yep. Yep.
All right. 1-0 count. The runners are moving, and Pudge does not handle the ball well. Does not appear
Did
to.
he bobble it? Did he bobble it?
I don't know that he bobbled it, but it was a double steal, right? I don't know
Yeah.
that he bobbled
Yeah.
it.
Okay, we got to play infield back.
All right, so the infield was in, but you're saying play him normal. Any thought about walking Carter here? No, there's probably not, right?
No.
Nobody out.
Looking
Second
for a
and third.
strikeout.
Joe Carter at the plate. And he hits it to left field. Will the runner tag? The runner does tag. Here comes the throw, and he is safe.
Oh man.
Whew, that was close. Now
How
it's
about
2-2.
one had the arm to throw him out too?
It was very close, but it was hit just a little too well. So now you got a man on third and 1 out. And
Got Olerud, and then who's behind Olerud?
Sprague.
I'm gonna walk Olerud.
All right. So
And I'm
Olerud
gonna-
goes to first.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Palmero play behind Olerud.
Okay. So we got that. Got corners in, outfield shifted to the left for Sprague. First and third, 1 out. Tie game. 1-1 count. And that is hit pretty well into deep center field. That's going to score another run. I believe it is anyway. It is. And it's so now it is 3-2 Blue Jays.
So we gave those 2 right back.
Man, that's
That's a shame.
okay. It's still you still got 3 innings to go. All is not lost yet, but Pavlik's got to get out of this. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that is strike 3. So,
All right.
you still wish you had put Pavlik in there, or looking back to you, wish you had done something differently?
No, that was the right move because otherwise it might have been a 5-run inning.
Yep, good point.
You know, he was the best right-hander I have other than Hanky.
All right, so you got Holsley and
Yeah, I mean,
Franco.
he got the outs. You just got him in the air.
right.
Shallow fly to left.
So it's the top of the 7th. Guzman at 86 pitches facing David Holtz. David Holtz swinging on an 0-1 pitch, and that is ripped for a base hit. So Holtz has a leadoff single. He's got speed, and you've
Yeah, he
got
does.
Manny Lee at the plate. We're going to switch the pitch by pitch.
Let's hold on a sec here now.
Yep.
Let me see what we got.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's go. Gary Reedus for Manny Lee.
All
Pinch
right.
hit.
Gary Reedus for Manny Lee, pinch hit.
Yeah.
All right.
That tells you I'm not playing for a run. I'm playing for the win.
All right, good. I like it.
And I got a speedster on first, so, Gary finds a gap, Pulse is going to score.
Throw over to first. All right, Reedus swinging on the first pitch, and that is a foul ball.
Oh. What's the count? 0-1?
Now it's 1-1. 1-1 count.
Now it's 1-1?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it is 2-1. So this is your count. This is where you like to run. What are you doing here?
I'm going to put the what are my options? I don't have straight steal, do I?
You do have a straight steal. You can tell him to steal. You can do a hit and run, a run and hit, steal, bunt. You can even force him to steal. You're just steal no matter what.
Yeah, I'm going to just put the steal on. I think we
Okay.
need to get into scoring position here.
All right, the steal is on. Here's the pitch. He does not go. It's ball 3-1.
Okay. Let's put the must run on, the run and hit. Which
Run
means,
and hit. Here's the run and hit on a 3-1 pitch, and it's a foul ball. Doing that again on the 3-2 count. Well, he's going to
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah, it's a run and the must run's now called the run and hit.
Okay, the run and hit on a full count. Nobody out. Man on first. And that is grounded down the line. That's what you want, Kevin Kennedy. That is what you want. Is the runner going to attempt to score? The runner scores. Kevin Kennedy, you did it.
There it is.
That's exactly what you wanted to do, and you did it.
Yeah. We did that run and hit a lot like that. Put pressure on the pitcher because, you end up making mistakes at home plate. The count got deep. And that's because of the threat of running right there.
That is fantastic. So now it's even more interesting. So you pinch hit successfully. You got the count where you wanted it. You ran and hit. Because he was running, he scored on the double. Now you got Reedus at second. Nobody out. And Julio Franco at the plate trying to take the lead here, Kevin. What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, Franco's swinging because his natural swing is to right field, and he's a professional hitter. He led the league in hitting 2 years ago.
Okay.
We're tied. He knows what to do. So you don't bunt here. You let him swing.
All right. He takes strike one. Now it's ball 1-1. You really got to get Reedus over to third. Any way possible, get Reedus to third. Julio Franco delivers a base hit. Now, not hit to the point where the runner could score, but all of a sudden now it is first and third, nobody out. And Rafael Palmeiro at the plate. The heart of your order coming up, Kevin. You got to do your damage right here, right?
It's right here. Now you're at the point where, as a manager, you don't sit back and say, "Hey, it's up to you guys," because you still might do something depending on the count with Franco. But now you've got your money guy up there. You got your big guy up there, Palmeiro, the heart of your order. So,
are you surprised Guzman is still in there at 97 pitches?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. It was a different time back then. A different time.
Yeah, it was, for sure.
All right, so here is Palmeiro. First and third, nobody out. He takes ball 1. That is hit well. That is a 3-run home run. Rafael Palmeiro. Are you kidding me? It's 6-3 Texas.
Yeah, he was due.
There it is.
Yeah.
I love it. This is great. This is great.
He came through in a big spot. That's what we said before the game. Your big guys have to hit, and he did.
I love it.
Now we got to keep it going.
Well, that's the thing. You still got 3 more innings of the Blue Jays to face here too.
Manage those final 9 outs. So.
Oh man, and
That's
you've
not
already
easy.
gone all in by putting your game 2 starter in this game.
Yeah.
All right, here's Canseco. He's swinging on a 2-0 pitch. You got a new pitcher in here as well. Guzman was held. We asked the question. He was left in one batter too many.
Yeah, I was surprised on that.
It's Mike Timlin gets Canseco
Timlin,
fly.
good sinker slider pitcher. Yeah.
All right.
And I have Patterson ready, right?
Well, Patterson is ready. Correct.
Okay. And Pavlik, how many pitches does Pavlik have?
Pavlik, I'll tell you. Pavlik is at 12 pitches.
Okay. And the bottom of the order, Borders is leading off.
Borders
Schofield.
and Schofield, yep.
Okay.
All right, so here's Palmer with 2 outs. 0-2 count to him, and that's strike 3. What a sixth and what a seventh inning. It's 6-3.
All right.
So you've got to do something with your infield.
Yeah, we got shortstop. It's going to be Mario Diaz was a shortstop. Who's better defensively at short on that? Is it Ripken or is it Diaz?
Let's take a look. Diaz.
Defensively, I'm looking for defense.
Yeah, Diaz is a 45 rated shortstop and a 53rd base. And Billy Ripken is I know. I'll get there. Hold on. Billy Ripken is a 55 rated shortstop. So Billy Ripken's your better shortstop defensive option.
So Billy goes to short.
All right.
Of course, Reedus is out.
Yep, Reedus is out. Billy Ripken in at short.
And let's see, behind. That's a tough one.
Remember, Patterson is ready, but he'll cool off if he sits much longer.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go with Pavlik and just see what happens here.
All right. So here's Pavlik staying in the game, lined up right now to win the game if you can hold on for these last 3 innings. But boy, it's gonna be a wild ride. He's pitching to Borders. It's a 1-2 count to Borders, and he strikes him out. There's 1 out. Every out's huge now.
Every out's counting outs. Start counting outs now.
Yep. There's Schofield. 2-2 to him. And he hits it well, but right at Gonzalez in left field.
Okay.
2 outs for Devin White. 2 big outs. 0-2 count to Devin White. And oh my gosh, Kevin Kennedy, you look like a genius for bringing in Pavlik. He shuts him down 1-2-3. You're 6 outs away now.
Yeah, now we're into getting Hanky up. Hanky and Patterson are the guys. So.
All right, so you want them both warming?
Yeah, I want Hanky tossing behind. Both of them behind him. Yeah.
And Patterson getting back up, making sure that he's already ready.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So he's ready. So you can put him in whenever you want to. And
yeah, he can just kind of stand and watch.
So
toss the ball when he needs to.
Here's Doug Strange. And he rips a 2-2 pitch right to the first baseman, 1 out. Timlin's still in the game. Here's Pudge Rodriguez. And he strikes out swinging, so that's 2 outs. And now here's Hulse, who had a big hit. And he's 2 for 3 today.
Yeah, he sure did.
And Hulse drives it to the left field. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Texas.
Okay.
And now we head to the bottom of the 8th. Right now, Pavlik on the mound. Henke and Patterson are both ready. Alomar, Molitor, Carter at the plate. To say that this is the inning, Kevin. You got to get it here.
Yeah. Pavlik, how many pitches does Pavlik have?
Pavlik is at, 27 pitches.
How's his
He's halfway, right? He's getting, he must have been used a little bit or something, but he does not have a full tank. He's halfway done.
Okay. Well, let's get Henke ready and let's turn Alomar around and have Patterson come in.
All right, Patterson is in.
Pavlik, that's all I expected out of Pavlik, really.
There you go. Patterson's in. Alomar is now batting from the right side. All right?
Yep.
Here we go. Patterson deals. It's a 1-2 pitch. And it's a ground ball to first. Alomar is out. A huge first out. Huge first out.
Okay.
Here's Molitor.
How's Henke? Is he getting there?
Henke's ready. He's ready if you want him.
Going hitter to hitter here. Let Bobby go one more.
All
Got
right.
a 3-run lead. See if he can get an out.
Molitor swinging on the first pitch, and he grounds it to third. That will be picked up by Palmer, and that is the second out of the inning. Now here's Carter.
Okay. Well, here's the 4-out save I was looking for, so I'm going right to Hanky now.
All right, Hanky comes in.
He did it 18 times in the season. He saved 17 of them.
Here's an 0-1 pitch to Joe Carter. And that is a base hit. Carter is on. He's at first with 2 outs for John Olerud.
Yeah.
2-2 count to Olerud. And that is hit very well all the way to the wall. That will not score, but all of a sudden the tying run.
That hurts.
The tying
Your
run
closer,
in Ed Sprague is at the plate.
You get to your closer, and it's like, what do? You You just got to do the job.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
All right, so here's Sprague. Any thought of walking him to get to Ward?
No, you can't. I mean, that's the winning run on deck, so the closer has to do the job.
2-2 count to Sprague. He strikes him out, Kevin. Woo!
All right.
He made you sweat. He made you sweat.
He did.
But you did it. You got to the ninth now.
All right.
But now I got to ask you, right? Hanky must have, I mean, how many pitches was that for Hanky? That was not an insignificant amount of pitches and high leverage pitches. He's at 12 pitches, so just something to think about. You think about anything here bullpen wise?
Yeah, it is.
All right. So here's.
No, we'll leave it as it is right now. See if we can score a couple runs here.
All right. Here's Billy Ripken. Light hitting, good fielding, and he gets a base hit to lead it off here in the ninth. Very surprising, but hey, that's baseball. Ripken's at first. We're going pitch by pitch now.
Yep. Franco's now due for his nice double down the right field line. He slaps that right line so well.
That's ball 1 to Franco.
Okay, no action here.
1-1. 1-2 to Franco. Called strike. He didn't like that one. 1-2 count. Franco strikes out.
Wow.
So here's the hero, Palmeiro.
Yeah.
He of the huge 3-run home run. Huge. He steps back up to the plate. That's strike 1. 0-1 pitch, and he hits it well. That's another hit. Palmeiro is on fire today. That's what you need if you're going to win this series, like you said.
Yep.
Palmeiro having a great day today.
4 hits for him today, I believe.
Yep.
Canseco's got to do something now, too. He's been a little quiet.
So here's Jose Canseco, first and second, 1 out. And that is a base hit. You wanted to score some more runs. You put yourself in position. So now here's the corner. Here's the question. Billy Ripken, do you want to send him? The ball is shallow. Ripken is a slow runner, and Joe Carter has a average arm. What are you doing?
No, I got to let Juan Gonzalez try to really open up the game.
There you go. Like you said, let your guys do it. So now you got bases loaded, 1 out. Juan Gonzalez at the plate. Juan, of course, with a home run today as well. First pitch is a foul ball. He's going for it. The infield is in here as well.
Interesting.
Second pitch is a called strike. So 2 strikes now. 0-2 to Gonzalez. He could completely put it away here.
Yeah.
Completely put it away. And he gets a base hit. That'll score at least 1. So again, do you want to send the runner? The ball is shallow. Palmeiro is running, and Turner Ward has an average arm. What are you doing here, Kevin?
Ball is
shallow.
Oh, the ball's shallow. No, let's let Palmer do the same thing. Put the pressure on the pitcher.
It's 7-3 now. Again, bases loaded, 1 out. Here's Palmer. That's a called first strike. 0-1 to Palmer. He takes the ball for ball 1. And that is a foul ball. 1-2 to Palmer. Bases loaded, 1 out. And that is strike 3.
Ooh, that hurt.
That was not what you wanted there.
No.
Here's
That's
Strange.
Good RBI man in that 93. He was clutch in these situations.
And Strange gets a base hit. So that scores another run. Timlin still in the game for some reason. Here comes another run. Is it going to score 2? And it does. A 2-run single for Strange.
93.
And finally, again, 1 batter too late. Twice now, Cito Gaston has brought in the pitcher 1 batter too late. It is 9-3.
Let's get Schooler up and Nolan Ryan.
All right, Schooler is up, and Nolan Ryan is up. All right, here's Rodriguez at the plate. First and second, 2 outs. He fouls it off, ball 1. And he grounds it down to first for the 3rd out of the inning. But again, the late inning heroics, the opposite of what we saw first time, Kevin Kennedy. The opposite.
Yeah,
it's 9-3 in the 9th. And now here's the question. Do you keep Henke out there? Or, Kevin, are you going to your bullpen with a 6-run lead?
Well, I got to go out to out here. Let me ask you a question on Schooler because I can't see exactly.
Yeah.
What are his numbers for control and stuff that year?
Schooler's numbers for control are.
He didn't pitch much for us that year.
He is on a 20 to 80 scale. He is a 50 control. So
average.
Average control, and a little below average stuff. His fastball is his best pitch, followed by a slider and a curveball.
Okay. How about Nolan? Where was he at that year? I'm wondering if I should get Oliver up.
Nolan Ryan, his control is a 45, so a little bit less than the other fella.
What was his strikeout percentage?
Well, let's see here. He has good movement, ordinary stuff. He obviously still has velocity. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me look at his stats. So his K per 9 that year was 6.2 K per 9. So way down. You know his lowest ever, obviously. Yeah. His lowest ever.
Okay. Let's have Nolan sit down and have Oliver and Schooler up behind Henke here.
All right, Oliver and Schooler are up. All right.
So righty. Yeah.
So you're keeping Henke in against Ward for starters, right?
Yeah.
All right. 1-2 count to Ward. That is strike 3. 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. Here's Borders.
Okay. Keeping him in there.
All right. 3-1 to Borders, and he grounds it to short. 2 away, Kevin.
Okay.
21 pitches for Henke. And here's the very light hitting Schofield. And that is a fly ball to center field. Kevin, you did it. You pulled it off. You won game 1 in Toronto.
All right. I'm pumped.
You won game 1 in Toronto.
Had to do it. Had to get 1 at least, which we didn't do in the first series. That was a much better. Clutch situations. The guys came through. Kenny Rogers pitched well. Pavlik, again, was the key. That middle relief. See, that's tough for me because during the season, I wasn't able to use a starter in middle relief like that. But he was big. Patterson. The key was, Rich, you get the ball to Henke in the 8th inning.
Yep.
And you got to, you just roll the dice because he had 40 saves doing that. He never had 40 saves before that year or after that year. And he was a 300 save guy. But again, he did that role for me 18 times in 93, and 17 of them he saved. So there you go.
This is the formula, right? We said it at the top. What do you have to do? Well, it sounds obvious, but your big guys, right? Your big hitters gotta do it. And you got to get enough from your pitchers. You got to get, you said 6 innings from your pitcher. You got 5 from Kenny Rogers, but then 2 from Pavlik and then
5+,
Patterson comes in, right? Your bullpen gave up no runs. How often did your bullpen give up no runs in 1993 for real, Kevin? Probably not that often.
Not often.
Right?
Not
Yeah.
often. But
And
again, they didn't
obviously,
have Pavlik in the bullpen. He was a starter
right,
for us. But in
right,
the playoffs, I've always felt in managing playoffs, because I have two starters that I can swing back and forth with, Liebrandt and Pavlik. So I feel good about Liebrandt starting tomorrow
yep,
because he's a lefty with a changeup and he can get righties out as well as lefties. So, and he's a veteran guy. So I managed to win today with urgency. It's called managing with urgency, and that's how
right,
I manage. That's how I've managed my whole career.
right.
So
Meanwhile, on the other side of the bracket, the Yankees beat the White Sox 9-6 to win that first game.
interesting. Okay.
So let's go ahead and we'll finish today. And now, so tomorrow lines up theoretically, because we may make adjustments, right?
Yeah.
Kevin Brown versus Todd Stottlemyre. So if we look at for game 2, which we'll play shortly, or not today, but we'll play soon.
Right.
Um,
I don't think I could handle another game today.
yeah, no, one at a time.
I
We're
was
going one
into
at a
it,
time.
man. I was into it.
Right.
I felt like I was in the playoffs in '93.
So you got Kevin Brown, who I'm not sure. I'm going to have to take a look.
Yeah, is he at full strength because he pitched against Baltimore?
That's why I want to look at that here.
Because I may go Liebrandt anyway, just to make sure Kevin's at full strength back home in Texas.
Right. I'm not sure why I can't see it, but we'll take a look at that.
Okay.
We'll get that squared away for next time.
Help me with that. Okay.
So it'll be Stottlemyre versus very likely either Kevin Brown, assuming he's recovered, and it should be the right amount of time, right? It would be at least 3 days rest because there were 2
Yeah,
games.
he should be 100%. Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
and
that's who I'd go with because if we go 5 games, I'd want him to pitch twice in this series. So I'd rather not just pitch him once in game 3 if I can. I'd rather pitch him tomorrow.
So, regardless, Kevin, congratulations on stealing game 1. Well managed, and that was a great example of how you made some decisions that contributed directly both to things that didn't go well, right? Like when you ran early and you got caught. And other times did go well. You worked the counts. You sent the guys. Great stuff. Fascinating to do. I'm just so happy that we're able to do this together and that Out of the Park Baseball 21 lets it all sort of come together. So this was a lot of fun, Kevin.
It is, and it's very realistic because when I ran early and that situation was strange in those guys, that was more the bottom of the order. So you're trying to make it happen, but when you get to the lineup to the middle of the order, your big guys, I still ran, but not as much. I wouldn't run myself out of an inning. And so that's why I did it early because it was early in the game. And I took a chance trusting my guys at the bottom of the order there. But now when I get it, the middle of the order, it's a different story. 3-2, the must run was huge for me. And I used that in that inning where we scored a lot of runs. Because now I'm trusting the guys going to put it in play. And they did.
Great stuff. So. Loved it. It's great. And it's also, you're never going to win them all, but it's nice to have you win a couple back-to-back after kind of getting throttled a little bit, the first time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I was throttled big time. Took me a week to get over it.
It happens. All right. Well, good stuff. Kevin Kennedy, have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Thanks, man. Thanks, everybody. You too.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. And we'll talk to you again real soon. Cheers.
Bye-bye.